What's the easiest choice you can make? Window instead of middle seat? Picking a vendor who sends a great gift basket? Outsourcing business tasks you hate? What about selling with Shopify? Whether you're selling a little or a lot, Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit a million orders stage. Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell. Wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/try. Go to shopify.com/try now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/try.
O'Reilly. You've got questions? O'Reilly Auto Parts has answers. Need a pro you can trust? We've got that too. No matter what you need, our professional parts people have the training and expertise to help you do things right. Deep automotive knowledge, just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. The professional parts people.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Hashtag no music, no intro. We're back. We're going to hit up a preview pod, talk about 49ers at the Saints. We're not going to spend too much time on this game. Like, we're not. This in theory, and it's the Saints, so keep that in mind. This in theory should be a game that the Saints should win going away. The 49ers are completely decimated with injuries. But when I thought of this game, I know people are going to be like, oh, there goes Adam again. When I thought of this game, like on Tuesday, you know what I had, Ryan?
What?
I had that post-nut clarity. And not everyone knows what that means. So I'm going to quickly explain it. I know you do. Well, I'm going to quickly explain it to you, to the listeners who have no idea what we're talking about. That post-nut clarity is if it can happen one or two ways. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, doesn't matter. That if you're single or whatever, and you're home alone and you get in the mood and you have these ideas like, oh man, I know I shouldn't probably mess with such and such, but like kind of feeling it tonight, like gotta let it happen. You know, you call homegirl over, or you're female, you call homeboy over, they come over, you do your thing, and then as soon as you finish, you in that bed like, now what the fuck was I thinking? If I would have just beat my shit, rubbed my shit out, I would have been good. That's how I felt after that fucking game against the Bucks. Monday, I still had it in me. Tuesday, I was like, God damn it, we gotta do this again. Like what was I thinking? Like we back to square one.
Yeah. Right back at it, bro.
I will say this. This is what does scare me and terrify me of this game. One, Kyle Shanahan is a great head coach.
That's it. Like that's it from you, right there. Stop. Kyle Shanahan. That's it. That's what scares me.
That's what scares me. Two, what has been the Achilles heel of the Saints defense early in the season? Almost for years, honestly. Yeah. It's been eye discipline and misdirection.
Yes.
And who is the master? I get it. No Skittles, no Debo, no Raheem Mostert. Like they are a mash unit, and they have a backup quarterback with Nick Mullins. It's not Jimmy G, but it could be a trap game because the Saints defense historically struggles with eye discipline and misdirection, and you have the best offensive mind that can concoct and make stuff up in regards to both those things.
Right, and you dealing with a coach that could cook up shit with, like, he could literally make shit out of sugar out of shit, like whatever. Like he. I mean, even this year, like they've been beat up all year, and he's cooked up some amazing game plans. Just a 60-yard run that'll pop out of nowhere. Running back, who knows who? Just any running back, just throw him in there. You know what I'm saying? Like he's able to cook these things up, man. Like he's that one coach where, like, I don't care who they are fielding on offense. Like you got to be ready to play. Like the Saints defense is going to be ready, have to ready to play. They can't just show up and think, okay, we're talented, more talented than them, so we're gonna dominate. No. I mean, we're talking about scheming and play calling, and Kyle Shanahan is one of the best. And I don't want to hear nothing about no Nick Mullins. I've seen enough of him. He's very much good enough to put it on the Saints defense. We've seen it. We've seen it plenty of times from from Kyle Allen to whoever. Like
it don't matter.
It don't matter.
They have made no-name quarterbacks look like Hall of Famers at times. And so to me, I know this is going to sound weird. To me, this is a show me game. Like I know, like last week was a show me game, but if this team wants to be taken seriously and they want to prove to us that they are the team that they showed to be last week, like we as fans just get the win any way you can and get to 7-2 and move on. But I think if we're looking big picture wise in terms of how far this team can go, like it kind of not like it needs not it. It's a game that should not be close. It shouldn't be close. Because everyone for the most part is healthy. All the Saints players who were on the injury report or limited practices who are expected to play, and you're adding a piece on defense in Quan Alexander, who's going to bring. We don't know how much he's going to play. We don't know where he's going to play, but he should bring more speed and athleticism to your linebacking group. Like it sets up very well for them to do well and play well and beat the Niners on Sunday.
Right. I mean, this is the healthiest Saints team that's going to hit the field this year. I mean, this is the healthiest they've been since the 49ers game last year.
How wild is that?
That's wild. Like since that 49ers game, this is the healthiest they're going to be. So, they have every reason to just handle business. Like they should just be able to handle business, a nice little, whatever, 31 to 17 or something like that, where they take a lead and they keep the lead for a while. Maybe there's a garbage point, fourth quarter or something, and they should run away with it. But like these games here, bro, these make me more nervous than like going against somebody like Tampa Bay.
Isn't that crazy? I think, and we're conditioned that way.
Yeah.
As Saints fans, like if we think about historically, how many letdown games when there's been good Saints teams in the past, right?
Costly too, like Atlanta last year, Oh
my goodness, that's a perfect example. And then you're just like, oh well, they didn't beat Atlanta, and then they're relying on other people to try to help them get into like the number 2 seed or whatever. So I think it's easy to get a team up when you're the underdogs and you're facing Tampa and the media's crowning them. Like to me, as a like coaching wise and Sean Payton, that's easy to get the boys up. Mm-hmm. That's easy. That's cake. But how do you get them? And I don't know, the old put the cheese out in the locker thing. Like I don't know what what he's gonna do. Like this isn't 2006 anymore. Yeah. But how do you how do you get a team up when they're like I believe like maybe 9.5? I don't know. Like I have no idea what that means. Greg tried to explain it to me. He got so mad that he was like, "It's not that difficult." I don't mind. He's like, "It's not that fucking difficult. Like this is what it means." I was like, "Yeah, my brain doesn't operate that way." But whatever the spread is, I think it may have started at 9.5 and now it's 7.5. Whatever. I think it means that the Saints should win by more than 7 if I'm not dumb.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what Quan brings to the defense and how he'll be deployed. But man, like, this should be a game where it's really not close.
I am worried about their run game. I know it depends how Kyle Shanahan wants to take, because I was worried about the run game last year. And if you remember going into that game, the questions was about Jimmy G. Can they put the game on Jimmy G's back? Can he throw the ball? It was all about the running game. Like, Jimmy G's not making that many attempts. And Kyle Shanahan came in here. We said, we going to sling that bitch.
Sling that thing.
They were slinging it. I'm just wondering if he's looking at the tape and he's seeing, a bust here and a bust there. I know Saints played well last week, but even Sunday there was some busts, but it got covered up by the defensive line. So I'm just wondering. And so Kyle Shanahan is going to be like, okay, I'm going to try to create a busting coverage here and there with my misdirection and all that. All I need is about 2 or 3 plays here, big plays, that'll keep me in the game.
And this is, and you said it perfectly, and this is why I'm nervous. This is why I'm nervous. When you go against a team like the Bucs and a quarterback against Tom Brady, the defensive line, you know where the quarterback's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they can put their ears back as defenders and just go get Tom Brady. He's a statue in the pocket. With someone like Kyle Shanahan, he can move the pocket.
Yeah, he moves the pocket.
And so in theory, like, yes, the Saints defensive line, front 7 should have the advantage over the 49ers offensive line, what have you. But to negate that, you get your quarterback outside the pocket. You do some play action, some rollouts, whatever. Like, and we've seen that against Green Bay. We saw it a little bit against the Raiders as well. That has been giving the Saints defense fits.
And let's not forget trick plays. You remember the Manuel Sanders throw? So I mean, anything could happen. I expect Kyle Shanahan to come in and try to win this game 100%. Like, I don't think he's coming in this game like, oh, it's me. Let's just try to get through. That's not Kyle Shanahan. He gonna have these boys coached up. Did they play? Were they on a bye week, or I can't remember? Play last Sunday.
They played Thursday. They played
Thursday night.
They played the Packers Thursday. Got absolutely blown out, and so which is crazy because even though they played Thursday, they're still super hurt, and they've had more than a week to get ready.
Yeah.
And then so we're talking about that concern. The only player, let's talk about some of the players that may worry us or what have you. Offensively, I'm worried about Brian Ayuk. I feel like I shouldn't have to be, but I am. Like, he's the only weapon right now that they have offensively. And he's the type of player that, in theory, if Mullins gets time or he rolls out, he can get down the field. Like, we saw that. Yeah. Both of you and I scouted him extensively. Like, he can run a deep post and be gone.
Oh yeah. He could definitely do it, and he could put some stress. The way Kyle Shanahan moves his pieces, it's not like, okay, just put Lattimore on him and he disappeared. That's not how Saints run defense. That's not how Kyle Shanahan runs offense. He finds the weaknesses in the defense and exploits them. So whether that's just in a slot attacking CeeDee Deuce, who's been fine this year, but he has been exploitable in the slot. The plays can be made. You know what I'm saying? A bunch formations. Those little pick plays. Those are opportunities that he's going to try to exploit, man. So I wouldn't be. If I'm a Saints fan, I am a Saints fan, but as a Saints fan, I just wouldn't be shocked if after the first quarter we like, oh,
I could already see it, bro.
Gotta make it hard.
I got to. And then, let's talk about defensively the 49ers, who were super, super decimated, but they still have Fred Wagner, who is a top 3 linebacker in the league, probably in terms of coverage wise, the best cover linebacker in the league. And I know that obviously what Sean Payton wants to do is, matchups and what have you with AK. He's one of the few linebackers that can cover AK. There aren't many, but he is one of the few. And DeForest Buckner, no, he got traded. I always confuse him and the other. They both went to Oregon. I can't think of his name right now.
Solomon Thomas is hurt. Yeah.
No, he's hurt. He torn ACL. Eric Armstead. He's going to come to me eventually. He's a disruptor. He's a disruptor. Like, he doesn't have a lot of help. There's no Nick Bosa.
No D Ford, no.
Well, we can go through the list. No Nick Bosa, no D Ford, no Solomon Thomas. Richard Sherman probably isn't going to play. Jaquiski Tart, who has been their good safety, kind of nickel, kind of plays kind of the CD Deuce role for them. He just went on IR today. Like, it is a mash unit, like complete mash unit. So offensively, and I think I'm a little more comfortable the Saints offense going against the 49ers defense, because
agreed.
When the 49ers were at their full strength last season, Sean Payton cooked that defense up.
Yes.
Like, that was one of his top 10, whatever tops you want to put it in coaching. That's one of his best coaching jobs offensively. Like, he obliterated that defense by continually attacking the middle of that defense with Jared Cook. They couldn't stop it. They took him out the game. And, the defense the offense still did pretty well, but he found where the weaknesses were in that defense. Right. But I don't know, Ryan. I don't know.
Yeah. But I do feel confident offensively. Pretty much, if unless the offensive line just has one of those bad days, if they protect Drew, AK said this week, we go as the offensive line goes, and it's just so true. It's been that way so long. So
it's so
simplistic.
It is such a cliche football thing, but it's so true. Like, we saw it last Sunday.
Yeah, when I saw how much time Drew had, I'm like, well, Drew offense gonna be fine today. I'm like, we good. Like, they was cooking. It's interesting to see. Will they start the game with Nick Eason, or will they try Reeves again?
What is do we know? Do we know what is going on there?
I mean, if the Saints were like in a big market, it'll be like a scandal or something. Like, it'll be in the news, but basically your first round pick just ain't cutting it that much right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's like
they literally had them switching series, Ryan. Like, my eyes didn't deceive me. Like, one series it'd be, the game started against Tampa Bay with Ruiz, and then I was like, okay. When Easton got in, I was like, well, shit, that doesn't surprise me, because we talked about it on the pod. Like, I thought Easton was gonna play like the whole entire game, considering how big it was. But then he came in, and then like the next series, Ruiz is back out. I'm like,
what? I don't know, man. Like I said, I've seen Belichick do this, and I never even understood why Belichick did it. But also it's like a rotation, just like you do a D line. Like, I don't know if he's just trying to get Ruiz snaps and not force him to be in the entire game, because, let's face it, he was hurt most of camp. He's playing out of position, a position he hadn't played in college. So, I guess they don't want to just go overboard and force him to play, 60, 70 snaps and just kind of balance it out and let him just get a couple of snaps a game, maybe. I don't know, man. It's weird.
It's weird. And we get it. He was hurt in camp and all that. And, it's one of those things where both you and I on this pod, we kind of just, like, okay, like he's still hurt. He's still hurt, And the one thing that anyone says when you draft the offensive lineman in the draft is that, in theory, especially an interior offensive lineman, granted, he played center, he's never played guard before, but in theory, they should be plug and play, right?
Yeah.
Plug and play. get in there, block,
figure it out.
Yeah. It's a little concerning.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm just saying.
And maybe he's a better center than he is a guard. I don't know. And Eric McCoy, he wasn't letting that shit go. He came in there. I think they tried Caesar at center like a couple of days, but Eric McCoy was like, "Nah, bro, I got this." I got this locked up. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like, we'll see. But it's not like it's a pressing need.
It's also a little. I mean, the Saints are lucky that they're doing so well right now because we would still be on their ass about like Zach Bond.
Oh man!
Like at least we like that route that Adam Troutman put on Devin White. Like I'm good.
Beautiful.
I'm good. Beautiful. Like I don't need to see more. Like I saw enough.
Like, okay, he's moving in the right direction. He's trending up.
But Zach Bond,
man,
come on, where are you at?
And it's just hard to know if it's a performance thing because I mean they got him at strong side, and he's just not going to see the field playing strong side.
There's no way because they're never in base. Like
right. And I guess they said they want him to be a Mike eventually, but it's like I mean,
what? Okay.
I don't know, man.
Can Dallas just fire Mike Nolan and let's bring Mike home and let's get this all shit figured out? Like,
real.
Is.
The dude they ain't do nothing but rush the passer in college. Like
that's it.
Let him come in and be like a fifth rusher. Just try to get an unblocked sack or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
it makes no sense. The Saints are 6-2. They're the number one seed in the NFC, which is absolutely fucking crazy. But we still got some questions. Like it's our job as fans to ask these questions. Like we know that they're doing good, but we got some questions that we need answered that we're not getting the right answer to right now.
Right.
And this is such a big game too because it's an NFC opponent going against the 49ers, 6-2. They have a chance to go 7-2. Like the Saints are in the driver's seat between now and the end of the season.
Yeah.
And it's crazy thinking about that, thinking how we felt after the Oakland game, thinking how we felt after the Packers game.
Yeah.
And then they had they continued to win. It wasn't pretty wins, but they continued to win the Chargers game, the Bears game, overtime. Like that shows the team's resiliency and their grit, and that's great coaching. And for them to be in the
they're so well coached. They have just enough like veteran smarts and veteran presence, and that being down 10, down 14, down 17, it doesn't phase them. You know what I'm saying? So they have that. So even when you're kind of struggling, you're going through struggles, they can feel like they're good enough to put something together to try to. They got a good kicker. They could just figure out a way to win, some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So they have that, and now that you saw like this past Sunday, you saw the talent rise up. Your dogs play like dogs. That team could go as far as it wants, but it's all about like just like, bro, like why are you all doing this thing where you play good when you want to? Like, just do it consistently, man. Like, come with it. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to do it every week. It's hard, and then you're asking a lot. I mean, they went 13-3 2 years straight, and they're in position to do kind of the same thing this year. It's like it's hard to win games in the NFC. Man, it's hard to win like that.
NFC, okay. NFC during a pandemic, we got to put this shit in totality of how impressive this is. And I hate to say it, but like the football gods have kind of handed them like a gift on the platter this Sunday. Like, here it is. You got to take it. You got to take it. And as me
if you was getting a healthy San Fran, it's a different story,
different conversation. And for me, I can't speak for everyone, but and I said this on the last spot. There aren't the recap pod. There are the two teams that I want the Saints to beat every time they play them are the Bears and the 49ers. Hands down. Like, besides like divisional opponents and whatever, those are the two teams that I cannot stand. It's the NFC Championship game in 2006. It's the divisional playoff game in 2012, 2011 season that I was there for. And it's the fucking Corey White fucking fumble into the fucking end zone, getting chased down by Cap. It's who was the player that just Ahmad Brooks?
Brooks. Oh my god!
the clothesline on Drew, the pick six before halftime. Like,
something against Drew Brees. I don't know what it was he had against Drew, but he would always wreck shop against Drew.
Always. I can't, like, it's just these teams, it's something about them. So when the Saints play them, I obviously I want them to win every game, but like, it's a little more, when they play a team like this, and which is hilarious because my girlfriend's a 49ers fan. But I want to put it on them, put it on them.
I feel you. I think they should though, man. I think they should, but just don't be surprised if there's a quarter or two where you kind of your cheeks kind of tight, and it's like, why are they struggling? You know what I'm saying? Like it wouldn't be. I almost expect that.
It wouldn't be the Saints without it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just them. That's just their nature. Anything else? Anything else you want to hit on? Anything else? Any game? I don't even know what games are being played Sunday, man. I have no clue.
Just leave it at that, man. Let's just hope the Saints go out and take care of business.
That's it. So hit a quick preview show. Hope you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you can listen to. I mean, if you're listening to it right now, obviously, before the game on Sunday, another fucking late game. Like, just so annoying. Like, I unless it's a primetime game, which I don't like those either. Just get that shit over with in the morning. Like, it's 10 a.m. I want to know if they win, they lose, and then I can enjoy the rest of football, like the rest of the fucking day, like football. Like, I'm not upset if they lose, but like if they lose, I just want to know. Just get it over with. Like, it's 10 a.m. Just get it over with.
Yeah, man. Like, let's just get this shit out the way, man.
And you can just go about your day. But as always, thanks to all our listeners, all our supporters.
Check out that Mark Sessler podcast.
I was just about to say, man,
check that out.
The episode we did with Mark Sessler was that last night? feels like it was on Monday. The episode we did with Mark, the buzz is getting is very high. Mark came on last night. Had a great time talking with Mark, just chopping it up. It was fun. It was fun. So if you haven't checked that out, please do. And then like Ryan and I are about to get ready to record another podcast with someone else. Like, so don't ever say like we putting work in, man. Like this is something that we are serious about. And we're putting work in. So we do hope that our listeners and our Patreon subscribers appreciate it, because we do appreciate y'all guys.
Yes, we do.
Bucks and Carolina on Sunday. Can Teddy Two Gloves help the Saints out a little bit?
Help us out, little brother.
Come on, Teddy. All right, we're gonna get out of here. Enjoy the game on Sunday. With that, we're out.
Peace.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.